Hello. So in the last video, we saw how to do type-safe environment variables on both the server and the client. Sometimes you don't yet have access to Vite capabilities because you don't have Vite installed yet, or maybe you just cannot prefix your variable with Vite underscore. So this other approach that was first shown by Kenzie Dodds is to bring those variables from the server, expose them on the client through your global window variable, and then you have access to them on the client. So let's do that. I'm here running the same app from the last tutorial. And when we see the code, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the Vite prefix from here. And we also don't need to replace the Vite prefix down here. And we don't need to import that function anymore. And we are also going to change the name of this function here to getPublicEnv from. And now we're going to create the getPublicEnv function, which doesn't require an argument anymore. And for now, we're going to use the getPublicEnv from, and we're going to send process.env here. So I can remove the argument from here. And when we go and see the browser, process is not defined, as expected. Now, first we need to expose those variables to the client. So we're going to go to the root file and create a loader. We're going to return the public env. For now, we're returning the process env here. And then we can grab the loader data and grab the public env from loader data. Of course, we don't want to expose all of our process.env environment variables. So we're going to create this function on the env.server.ts to get all the variables that we actually want to expose. And they are described on the public env schema as we've done in the last tutorial. So function get public env to expose. It's going to return public env schema.parse process.env. Need to export this function. And now we can use it here. Get public env to expose. And if we go and check this type inference, we have what we want here. So now we're going to expose these variables to the window by adding a script tag here. And in this script tag, we're going to set the danger set into inner HTML prop to window.publicenv. And we could use any name we want here, equals to JSON stringify public env. Close the tag. So if we go to our app, it's still broken because process is not defined. I'm going to go to the env common. And first I want to check if we are running in the browser. So if we are not on the browser, which is type of window is undefined, then we return getPublicEnv from process.env. Otherwise, we're going to return getPublicEnv from the window.publicenv. We're going to have a TypeScript error, but let's see in the runtime. So we actually have those variables here. Great. Now we just need to solve the TypeScript error. Before we trick TypeScript into thinking that we have the public.env set at the window object, we first need to check that at runtime. So let's put another check here. So if we don't have window.publicenv, then we're going to throw a new error, public.env not exposed. Make sure you are exposing them at root tsx. And we're also going to grab this code here. And we're going to create a component for that. So let's create app UI public env component. I'm going to create the function. Going to return that code I just copied. It's going to receive props, which we are going to define later. And props is going to be passed here. So we basically need to expect the same thing that we are exposing on the getPublicEnv to expose function. Let's do that. Type props equals to the return type of that function. So the type of getPublicEnv to expose. Now we just need to export this component. And we also need to use it. We just need to spread the public env here. All good. Let's check it. Everything seems to be working. And if we go to env common, we still have those TypeScript errors. Now we're going to tell TypeScript that we do have that on the window.publicenv. If we have a component just for that, just to expose those variables to the window, I think that's the place where we are also going to tell TypeScript that we are doing that. So we're going to go to the publicenv file, and we're going to declare the global namespace here and extend the window interface. So now it's going to have a publicenv, which is going to be the same thing as we have props. Now we don't have type errors anymore. If we check the type inference here is what we want, and our app seems to be working. And that's it. Now we have a lot of ways to expose public environment variables to our client. We can use process.env, expose that to the window, or we can also use import.meta.env. Cheers.